Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday. Today's a relaxation day, but Brookharts don't know what that word means. So what did I do as I crawled around? I got bins.
Do you know? I'm on the couch.
Yeah, so like not 100% of the Brookharts are gonna relax today. I'm gonna put up a shelf. Sarah's gonna rest and grow a baby and latch it to her innards. And I got some bins down. And if you can tell while it focuses, do you know what the ghost in Mrs. Muir means? Do you know what this stuff means? Do you know what this stuff means? Do you know what some of this stuff means? I don't think we're gonna bust that out today, but this is like a mixed. Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what this means? It means fall, people. We're putting fall decorations out and Halloween. Oh, I got a little something in my throat. Happy Thursday.
We finally like put our finger on it, and in climates that don't get
Mickey's bouncing on a pumpkin.
Because our climate, we never truly get like Halloween feels from the weather. That little pumpkin drinks, a little fall foliage, all of that stuff. If it's August 3rd or if it's October 31st, it never truly feels like fall here for us people who
Midwesterns.
Where like we have experienced fall in the Midwest. Okay. So like for us, those little things are what make fall. And so like I understand why people want to hang on to summer, especially when you do live in those cold climates, because we know how those cold climates feel. This is just how we do it. We get joy from it.
I want to get joy too. I want to see all our decorations out because I feel like we had too much decorations for our Chicago apartment. Mm-hmm. I feel like we don't have enough decorations for this townhome.
We'll see. We have more surfaces now.
Yes. So I'm excited. Look at Halloween Striganona returns. Jamesy, we can't go trick-or-treating right now. You want to trick-or-treat here? He picked up. Oh, trick-or-treat, thank you. He's ready. He came over here and started saying shoes.
I don't know if he's ever really watched the Harry Potter movie.
Also, we put on Harry Potter because we said we were going to watch all the Harry Potters all day long while we decorate for Halloween. And James is like just sitting and watching. He even saw Harry's scar in the beginning. Was like, oh, ow. Alright, days like today can be overwhelming. There's lots of decorations, lots of kids' activities going on. Naps, snacks, kids wanting to get into fragile things, but it's also so exciting. Especially decorating like this for the first time in our new home. But what I'm doing now, since like Sarah is resting today, she needs to be on not bed rest, but like low activity for the next 5 days, really until the blood work test. But what I'm doing is, because we don't know exactly where everything's going to go, because we haven't decorated this place before, I'm kind of laying it all out. James is playing with the toys that he can play with, like the little McDonald's chicken nuggets from back in the day. And I'm getting everything out, like fall garland, but like where do we put that? We had very specific spots when we bought those. And we need help, say help, please. We had very specific spots when we bought them, and we'll have to find a way to repurpose them, either to get more of them or a spot that works with them just as is. Here's some of it. I'm very excited about the Haunted Mansion, the bookends. Yes. Oh yeah. Ghost. You got the ghost? You know it's a cozy day when you go to Lowe's with your pumpkin trick-or-treat bag and in your pajamas. Oh gosh. I see some Halloween fun. Jamesy. What?
We're doing all the hoodoo voodoo for this transfer, and that means eating pineapple core. So I just chopped that up. The boys are going to eat the rings. I'm not going to eat this all at once. I'm going to put the rest in a little container. And so yeah, we're doing all the things. We got a pretty miraculous call today regarding this little embryo that we were told yesterday did not survive the thaw. Interesting enough, the first call I did get, they said it did survive, but it just wasn't looking very healthy. And then as the time went on, they said it didn't survive. So the terminology is lysing, which has to do with cells and basically just like them not growing appropriately. And so you can kind of see like the difference between this embryo and the embryo that we did transfer, that it doesn't really have that round shape. You can kind of just see it seems like it's lost some of its cellular matter. And so that's why it says like over 50% lysed on the side. But that's just like a comparison of the two next to each other. But I received a call today from the embryologist. They were keeping an eye on the first embryo overnight just to see before they had really asked our permission what we wanted to do with it. Usually when something like that happens, it's like either donate to science or discard. But because it's still tissue that we own, we would have made that decision. That's what I thought they were calling about. But this embryo actually reformed, like it continued to multiply, and now the embryo looks perfectly healthy. And so we're like, well, what does that mean for us? And so because they kept on saying, you know, it was like we don't always get it right, like this was a mistake on our end. I mean, and I also was like, well, at the time, like it didn't look good. So like, I appreciate us moving forward with another embryo. So grateful we had another embryo to thaw. But for no charge, they are refreezing that embryo for us. And you know, an embryo kind of always weakens when it's like been frozen, unfrozen, and frozen again. And then it will be like our last embryo on the docket to ever transfer. But we still have 3 embryos, which is just like wild. We kind of really wrapped our minds around it last night. Like it was a loss. Like it was truly a life that we had dreamed and hoped and planned for, and that, you know, we had our 4 left, and like all of a sudden it was like, wow, now we only have 2 because we transferred 1, and that one didn't make the thaw. But we are back to 3 frozen embryos. You have a turtle. And so it does have, like, because it was weakened, it has a lower implantation rate. It has, you know, the future isn't, you know, we don't know exactly what will happen, but we do know that we get to keep them. We don't have to say goodbye to this embryo. And so that was pretty incredible news. It's been a bit of emotional whiplash. But yeah, that happened today.
All right, little home maintenance here. I'm gonna paint this shelf here like a dark kettle black. I just sanded it. So that's gonna be painted with some Valspar cabinet furniture, dark kettle black paint, satin finish there. We're gonna paint probably 2 coats. We're gonna do 1 coat now, wait 4 hours, see how it looks, then do another coat, and then hopefully hang those later tonight above the kitchen table, the dining table. Put the nice Sugar Boo and Co. Bowls and plates and dishes we have on that, so that they're like exposed and all the time. A little bit of a mock floating shelf kind of feel. Thank you to my aunt and uncle who sent us a little housewarming gift to help get all these components and everything, but happy to be finally getting the paint opened and ready and sanded and just to dive into it. So pretty pumped. All right, the fun also continues. I've been meaning to refinish this somehow. We didn't know if we were gonna get new like butcher block or if this is good enough wood that we can refinish, because that's all from the previous owner that we got from the Chicago Free Box. Took the drawers out and it looks simple enough. 4 anchor joints keep this top on, so I'm gonna try to get the top off, sand it down, and if I can sand it down well enough, we're gonna paint the top of this the same color as the shelf that you saw that's gonna go there. So that's what we're doing now. And Teddy's playing with tea. It was easy enough to get off, so here's the before. I'm gonna sand it down and try to get as much of the gloss off, the finish off, to just do that nice paint on top. But I'm gonna get all those old markings off and everything. It's gonna look so good. All right, we're all sanded down. Majority of the blemishes have come out, which is good, and then we're gonna go get a base coat on it now. So that when we go to do the shelf for its recoat, we'll cheat and just do a recoat of this then too. All right, so Sarah finished the vlog. It should be going live soon. She's gonna stay upstairs and continue editing because we've been vlogging more because of more things going on, like transfers and going to parks and just having fun stuff, more home stuff. So she's catching up. Should be another quickie though, because I think they've been like more days of vlogging, but kind of shorter content. But we hope you guys enjoy. We always love bringing you guys along. I'm gonna get started with dinner. We're kind of doing like a hodgepodge of like some tostada style things with some mashed black beans and avocado. I'm gonna make some buffalo cauliflower for Sarah and I. We're also gonna do a little bit of roasted potatoes and roasted Brussels sprouts as well. So I'm gonna start that now because a lot of that stuff has to roast and take a little bit longer. So I'm gonna start that now. But I got the babies with me. What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, you need to hang out with Dad? Dada. 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 Have a kiss? Okay. You don't gotta kiss me. I'll watch Miss Rachel. It's about time for me to chop up the tomatoes and get those seasoned in the air fryer. We've got our Brussels sprouts. We're going for a sweet and sour. We've got a soy sauce glaze in them right now. Towards the end, I'll get some maple syrup on them. And then we've got a buffalo cauliflower situation. And I'm going to get going with some avocados for some guacamole to go with the black beans that I'm seasoning for the tostadas for everybody. Looking tasty. James, are you enjoying the guacamole?
No.
You just ate a bunch of it. What do you mean, no? Look at, there's more right there. Uh-oh.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, look, I got more for you right here. It's been like a productive day nonstop. I feel like a lot's gonna culminate at the end of the night. Like I think Sarah and I will put out a lot of these Halloween, if not all the decorations, after the kids go to sleep. Teddy just went down for a nap. And then I'm an hour away from getting ready to put a second coat or a third coat on the shelf and a second coat on the coffee bar. That's turning out really well. I like that. That's going to be really nice to have those. I might get fancy and do like very light sanding on the coffee top because that's like more people using it. If anything, that actually could go for like a shellac on top or anything, but we'll put it in tonight with it just that. The floating shelf looks a little bit more rustic with the Sugar Boo plates that are rustic, so that's a good vibe, but that's turning out really well. I'm very happy with that. To be honest, I've never actually painted, I refinished furniture once with Sarah's uncle, but that was like a 60-40 split, more him, like using acetone to peel off the old finish and everything and then restaining it, but that's like different using stain versus paint. Anyway, great day. Great day at home, relaxing while also being productive.
Peter cooked us up some delicious dinner. I just made a little butter buffalo sauce glaze. It's gonna go over the already buffalo cauliflower. Got some black beans, some soy sauce sweet Brussels sprouts. You haven't seen Luca in a while. It's so fun, Nina Maschiavelli. And potatoes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is it a yummy dinner? Look at all that ketchup Daddy gave you. You're a lucky kid.
All right, here's this. This is looking good. We're going to do one last coat on this, more so for the edges. And then we're going to do a nice thick second coat on this. This isn't like it had more of a seal. I don't know what kind of wood it is. It might have been more of a fake wood, fabricated wood kind of situation. So it definitely didn't absorb the paint as much, but hey, it's a base coat, right? So we're gonna do another coat on this. We'll check on this one in another 2 hours, but this one will get on the wall in 2 hours. Oh, it's so spooky. Jamesy, what happened to you? Are you a vampire?
Of course.
Ooh, friends, that extra coat on this is looking good. All right, we've got the hardware on the shelf. I went and got, this morning when we were there, we got special detail screws, so they're black tipped. And then the screws that came with it for the hardware to anchor to the wall are black, so they'll all match. I'm gonna touch up this edge and then one edge on this, but this is looking good. Sarah was checking them out. She likes how they look. Very happy with it.
Hello? Check. That better? Great.
We got two snuggle bugs over here. We're winding down. We did veer away from Harry Potter. Now we got Buzz and Woody on.
The top is back on. I think it looks much more fresh. I like how the black looks with the knobs and the teal. I feel like it makes the teal pop a little bit more, and everything on top that we had before is looking extra fancy. Even our little Minnie Mouse Halloween flare. Time now to get that set. There we have our black satin, black matte shelf.
I've wanted this for years.
With our black topped coffee little bar. Sarah's getting the sugar boo out of our kitchen cabinet onto there because that's where they're gonna live.
Yeah, just a little subtle.
Yeah.
And a print. I mean, it'll take a little bit of time to style it and figure it all out. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, the shelf is up and mostly full. This is the vibe it's gonna have. We have our fruits and veggies seasonal calendar with one of our plants and our pride flag and our everyday like plates and bowls and pasta dishes. Look at that, like,
but just like it just makes it look so much more complete.
yes, I can't wait till us out here. Like, obviously we have all of our fall / Halloween decorations out there we need to put up and everything, but some of them are gonna go up there. And we've been talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks. Months, actually.
I feel like I have like saved photos on my camera roll that are like at the very top of screenshots of like floating shells that I've just wanted for these sugar boo. That's really, since we've had the sugar boo kitchenware.
That's what you wanted?
Is that what it's called?
Kitchenware?
Dishware?
Yeah, dishware.
That's been like our vision. I'm really, really happy. And obviously, like, I feel like the plant will change. Maybe we'll hang something else on the wall. But
Well, like we have seasonal stuff we were talking about putting up, like this maybe up there. Like we got now,
a pumpkin.
or even a pumpkin. We got to play around with it a little bit, but it's super cool because I'm gonna eat here. And we just grab the dishes, like ideally, like get a big pasta dish, bring the big pasta bowl over, and then grab the plates and stuff off of there to set the
A
table.
new meal we can put in our big serving thing.
Yeah.
It's just family style. Well, are you happy with it?
I'm very happy with it. I felt like today was such a busy day, but like restful day, but like a lot was going on. And like I felt like
Things that just took time.
everything took time. And I didn't know if we were going to get these put up tonight because it was like, okay, like got to a point where everything needed like a little touch up or another coat. So we were like, but we have to do it right. So just do the coat, even if it means maybe not getting up tonight. And I was like, well, I think we can do it after the kids go to sleep.
Oh, that's great. And I love our witchcraft print.
Yes.
It goes with it is like, it looks cool, but it also like is functional. Like the rest of it looks cool, but it's functional.
I do love it. Sarah just said it, like we've weirdly kind of made the whole place, or pockets of it at least, still look very city-like.
Yeah.
Even though we're in Central Florida.
Yeah. It's still very us.
Yeah. I love it. I can't
I
wait to get all
want
this
to,
up.
now that like we brought down like that print, I'm like trying to think of where all of our
Yeah, we have not. I feel like we're going to go from 0 print on the wall to all of them because it's going to be an avalanche. Because we have barely put up any prints. They're just sitting in our
you're
bedroom.
seeing a real me right now. My hair and my face. Should we sign off?
Yes.
It is good to be home.
It's good to be home.
What another weird, unexpected day. We're checking in to a little fun staycation tomorrow, and I just want to
Relax. There's a lazy river there.
great.
We know what our goals are. We know what we hope to accomplish. And believe me, it's the most exciting and challenging assignment we've ever tackled at Walt Disney Productions.